Listen, a lot of men think they understand women, but most of the time they miss the real signals. They're looking for loud signs, obvious signs, dramatic signs. But the truth is, a woman's heart doesn't open that way. It opens quietly, carefully, step by step. A woman doesn't just give access to her personal space easily. She watches you. She studies how you talk, how you move, how you respect her. And when she finally lets you touch a certain place with comfort and trust, I'm talking about something simple but powerful, like her hand, her face, or the small of her back. That's not just physical contact. That's emotional permission. A woman rarely opens her world to someone just because of charming words or sweet promises. Words can be beautiful, persuasive, and even convincing, but for most women, trust is built through consistent actions over time. A woman watches closely how a man behaves when things are easy and when things become difficult. She notices how he treats other people, how patient he is, how respectful he is with boundaries, and whether his actions match the things he says. This quiet observation is how trust slowly begins to grow. A woman may smile, laugh, and enjoy conversations, but allowing someone into her personal space is a completely different level of connection. That step usually comes only after she feels emotionally safe and comfortable. Trust for a woman is not something given instantly. It develops through small moments that prove reliability and sincerity. It grows when a man listens without judgment, when he respects her opinions, and when he shows that he values her as a person rather than simply pursuing her, longer sees that person as a stranger or just an acquaintance. It means she has started to feel a sense of security in his presence. This doesn't happen through pressure manipulation or rushing the process. In fact, when a man tries to force closeness too quickly, it usually creates distance instead of connection. True trust grows slowly through patience and respect. When a woman trusts someone, her guard begins to lower naturally. She becomes more open with her thoughts, her feelings, and even her vulnerabilities. She may start sharing stories from her past, things that made her happy, and even moments that hurt her. These conversations are not random. They are signals that she feels emotionally safe. A man who understands this recognizes that these moments are valuable. They are not opportunities to take advantage, but chances to strengthen consistency and kindness. A woman's true feelings are often revealed long before she ever says them out loud. While words can sometimes be guarded, polite, or even confusing, body language tends to be honest and natural. The way a woman moves, the way she responds to someone's presence, and the small physical signals she gives can communicate emotions that she may not yet feel ready to express with words. Many men make the mistake of listening only to what is being said, but the deeper message is often found in what is being silently shown. When a woman feels uncomfortable around someone, her body will naturally create distance. She might lean away, cross her arms, avoid eye contact, or keep her personal space protected. These are subtle signals that she is not fully relaxed. But when a woman begins to feel comfortable and emotionally safe with someone, her body language starts to soften. Her posture becomes more open, her eye contact becomes warmer, and she naturally allows a little more closeness than before. These changes may seem small, but they are meaningful indicators of how she truly feels. One of the clearest signs of comfort is when a woman allows gentle, respectful touch without hesitation. Something as simple as holding her hand, guiding her lightly by the arm, or placing a supportive hand on her back can reveal a level of emotional acceptance. If she responds positively by staying close, smiling, or even leaning slightly toward that touch, it often means she feels comfortable and connected in that moment. This kind of reaction usually happens naturally when trust and attraction are present. Body language also reveals emotions through subtle mirroring. When a woman feels a genuine connection with someone, she may unconsciously mirror his actions. If he leans forward while speaking, she may lean forward too. If he smiles, she may respond with a smile that lasts a little longer than usual. These small behaviors happen instinctively and often show that she is emotionally engaged in the interaction. Another powerful signal is how relaxed she appears when she is around someone she likes. When a woman feels safe and valued, she doesn't feel the need to constantly guard herself. Her movements become more natural, Her laughter comes more easily, and she may casually allow closeness that she would normally avoid with someone she doesn't trust. This comfort is not forced. It simply appears when she feels emotionally at ease. However, understanding body language also requires patience and respect. A wise man never assumes or pushes boundaries based on a single signal. Instead, he pays attention to the overall pattern of comfort, openness, and mutual respect. Real connection is built when both people feel relaxed and understood, not when someone tries to interpret every gesture too quickly. In many situations, body language acts as a quiet conversation happening beneath the surface. While words may still be careful or uncertain, the body often expresses the truth more clearly. A gentle smile, a moment of eye contact, or the acceptance of a respectful touch can all reveal feelings that are still growing. When a man learns to observe these signals with patience and maturity, he begins to understand that true emotional connection is often communicated in the smallest, most natural gestures between two people. For many women, the foundation of any meaningful connection begins with one simple but powerful feeling. Safety. This kind of safety is not only about physical protection, it is also about emotional security and respect. A woman wants to feel that the person standing in front of her values her feelings, listens to her thoughts, and respects her boundaries. When she senses that a man is calm, patient, and sincere, something inside her begins to relax. Her guard slowly lowers because she no longer feels the need to protect herself from judgment, pressure, or misunderstanding. In the early stages of getting to know someone, a woman often observes carefully. She pays attention to how a man reacts when she expresses an opinion, how he handles disagreement, and whether he treats her kindness as something valuable rather than something to take advantage of. If she notices that he respects her space, listens when she speaks, and shows genuine care for her comfort, that begins to build emotional security. Over time, those small actions create an environment where she feels safe to be herself. When a woman feels emotionally secure around a man, her behavior naturally becomes more open and relaxed. She laughs more freely, speaks more honestly, and allows her true personality to show without fear. Instead of constantly analyzing every word she says or worrying about being misunderstood, she begins to trust that the person with her will accept her as she is. This sense of acceptance is incredibly powerful because it allows the relationship to grow in a genuine and healthy way. Respect also plays a major role in creating that sense of safety. A respectful man understands that closeness and affection cannot be rushed or forced. He is patient and he allows the connection to develop naturally. He notices when she is comfortable and when she needs space. By honoring those boundaries, he shows that her feelings matter. Ironically, this respect often leads to deeper closeness because a woman who feels respected is far more likely to open her heart. Emotional security also means consistency. A woman feels safer with someone whose actions remain steady over time. When a man behaves with the same kindness, patience, and reliability day after day, it reassures her that his intentions are genuine. Consistency removes uncertainty, and uncertainty is often what makes people feel guarded. When she knows what kind of person he truly is, she can relax and allow the connection to deepen. As this sense of safety grows, affection begins to appear naturally. A woman who feels secure does not hold back her warmth. She may show care through small gestures, thoughtful conversations, and comfortable physical closeness. These expressions of affection are not forced. They come from a place of trust and emotional comfort. She feels free to show her feelings because she believes they will be appreciated rather than dismissed. Closeness between two people is often misunderstood, especially when it comes to physical space and affection. Many people assume that when someone allows physical closeness, it automatically means possession or control, but real connection does not work that way. True closeness is not about ownership. True closeness is not about ownership. It is about emotional comfort, trust, and the quiet understanding that two people feel safe and valued in each other's presence. When a woman allows someone to come closer into her personal space, it is rarely just a physical gesture. More often, it reflects a deeper emotional openness that is developed over time. Physical closeness is usually the result of emotional connection growing beneath the surface. Before gestures begin to feel meaningful rather than awkward. A simple moment of sitting close together or sharing a quiet touch can carry a sense of warmth that words cannot easily explain. These moments often communicate care, appreciation, and mutual understanding without needing long conversations. The comfort that grows from this connection is what makes closeness feel genuine. It is also important to understand that emotional connection grows through patience. Real closeness cannot be rushed or demanded. When someone tries to push physical affection too quickly, it often creates discomfort and distance. But when a person respects the pace of the relationship and focuses on building emotional understanding first, closeness tends to develop naturally. The key difference is that genuine closeness is welcome, not pressured. Acceptance should never feel like control or obligation. Instead, it should feel like a choice made by two individuals who genuinely enjoyed being around each other. When closeness comes from this place of mutual respect, it strengthens the relationship rather than limiting it. In many ways, the most meaningful connections are built in quiet moments of shared presence. A gentle touch, a comfortable silence, or simply standing close while talking can reflect a level of understanding that goes beyond words. These small moments remind both people that the relationship is built on trust, care, and emotional support. When closeness is rooted in emotional connection, it becomes something powerful and meaningful. It is not about possession or dominance. It is about two people recognizing the value they bring into each other's lives. That understanding creates a space where affection can grow naturally and where both individuals feel appreciated, respected, and genuinely connected. Trust is one of the most valuable things a person can give in any relationship. It doesn't appear overnight, and it cannot be demanded or forced. Trust grows slowly, built through consistent actions, honest communication, and respectful behavior. When a woman chooses to trust someone, she is doing something deeply meaningful. She is allowing that person to see parts of her world that she normally keeps protected. In that moment, trust becomes more than just a feeling. It becomes a responsibility for the person who receives it. A mature man understands that trust is fragile. It can take months or even years to build, yet it can be damaged in a single careless moment. That is why he treats the trust given to him with seriousness and care. He realizes that when someone believes in him enough to open up emotionally, it is not something to take lightly. Instead of becoming careless or overconfident, he becomes more thoughtful about his actions and words. Respect plays a major role in protecting trust. When a woman trusts a man, she expects him to honor her feelings and boundaries. This means listening when she speaks, valuing her perspective, and never using her vulnerability against her. Respect also means being honest, even when the truth may be difficult. A relationship built on trust cannot survive deception because honesty is the foundation that keeps the connection stable and strong. Patience is another important part of this responsibility. Even when trust exists, emotional connections continue to grow and evolve. A mature man does not rush the relationship or pressure the other person to move faster than she feels comfortable. He understands that everyone has their own pace when it comes to opening their heart. By remaining patient and supportive, he shows that his intentions are genuine and not driven by selfish motives. Genuine care is what truly protects trust over time. Care is shown through consistent actions rather than dramatic gestures. It appears in the small things, a thoughtful message, a listening ear during difficult moments, or simply being present when support is needed. These everyday actions remind a woman that the trust she placed in someone was not misplaced. They show that the connection is valued and protected. Another important aspect of responsibility is accountability. Even the most thoughtful people can make mistakes. What matters most is how those mistakes are handled. A mature man does not hide from his errors or shift blame onto others. Instead, he takes responsibility, apologizes sincerely, and works to rebuild any trust that may have been shaken. This willingness to be accountable strengthens the relationship rather than weakening it. When trust is handled with care, it allows the relationship to grow deeper and more meaningful. Both people feel comfortable expressing their true thoughts and emotions because they know they will be treated with understanding. This openness creates a strong bond that goes far beyond surface level interaction. At the end of the day, real connection between a man and a woman is never built on pressure, assumptions, or empty words. It is built on trust, respect, emotional safety, and the quiet signals people give through their actions and body language. When a woman feels safe around a man, when she trusts his character and sees consistency in how he treats her, she naturally becomes more open and comfortable. The closeness she allows is not about ownership or control. It is a reflection of the emotional bond that has been forming over time. A wise man understands that these moments are not something to take advantage of, but something to protect. When trust is given, it comes with responsibility. Respecting her feelings, being patient, and showing genuine care are what keep that connection strong. In the end, the strongest relationships are built when two people value trust and treat each other with honesty, respect, and heart.